the experiences they have come from. So here, every weekend we meet, and there is one speaker who tells their own personal, very personal story to all of us, who share their heart out. And we as listeners, we resonate. If we can resonate with them, we share, we understand their story and where are they coming from. And at the end of the story, when the speaker is done, we actually tell where we resonated, or where we can relate with the speaker, and what is our takeaways. So for today's speaker, we have Kirti. And so I remember meeting Kirti. There was one workshop, or rather summit, I would say, where I met Kirti. And oh my God, she was an amazing person, a person filled with so much of energy, so much of happiness. And she was just radiating positive energy, positive vibes from herself. And I just loved being around her and, getting to know her. So to introduce her, I would say, I mean, any word, any introduction would be less for her. So just a small introduction I'll start with. And before introducing Kirti, I would just, get you through the rules of this Caravan talk, which is the speaker would be getting 10 to 20 minutes to tell her story. And after the story is done, every listener would be getting around 1 to 2 minutes to reflect back to her story. You can tell where you resonated and if something similar happened in your life. And yeah, that is it. So, coming back to Kirti's introduction, she is a liberal atheist, spiritual scientist, and she loves to have new experiences, adventures. She is an omega female, pro LGBTQ, and broader free world. That's what she believes in. She was born in Ludhiana and spent her most of her life in Punjab, in Chandigarh, and now she is in Canada. She has been working in the finance sector, and she belongs to a family where she had lost her father at the age of 10. And her family is back in Ludhiana itself. She resides in Canada, which you already people know. She loves reading, meditation, long walks, dancing, traveling, meeting new people, cultures. And so altogether, she is a big time hugger. So whenever you meet her, you just give her a huge, huge teddy bear hug. All right, so I give the floor to Kirti. Kirti, the stage is all yours. Give a huge round of applause for her.
Thank you so much. Kritika, I can just feel when you were just introducing me, I was just back there when we met first time. We were dancing around, traveling around in Shimla during that summit. Thank you so much. Okay. For me, coming for this session was not an easy part. When Rakesh just said me that he wants me to be the speaker, I straight away said no. I was just like, no. And I am into this monk zone from past 5-6 months. And because for me, every time it happens, like whenever a friend is referring something to me, I am saying straight no, because these days what I'm feeling is my answers, my questions, my talks are coming from inside. So I was into no, but then after my meditation, just after the last minute, I just had a thought of talking to Rakesh, and I was like, okay, let's do this now. And just coming out of the meditation, the first thing I did was taking my phone out and saying yes to Rakesh. I'm gonna do it. And this is my topic, that dreams come true and miracles do happen. So my story, it was just like any normal kid, till 10 with father in a fairy tale, and I was my father's very special. I don't even remember that my father or my mother ever said anything to me in loud voice. I was not used to. Being siblings is different. You can cut each other's throats, but being with parents, no. I don't even remember my parents saying anything in a loud noise to me. So I was total into that zone, like total kid zone and everything. My birthday was so special every time. But yeah, things changed. My father expired when I was 10. My mom, because we were living in a joint family, my mom had to take us out because, you know, in India we have so much disputes. My mom was widow at a very young age. So there was lot of struggle going on. Things changed so much, like 180-degree from that thing to that. And I being like, when you're 10, you don't even remember you don't know the difference between life and death. So it was a big jolt, plus economically and other things happening. You change your school, you change your city. So many things were happening. And by the time I had developed a guilt that I don't have my father, there was a lot of anger towards him, that why he left us and why we are not with him. So many things going on. And I should say, being born as a girl, being born as a Brahmin girl, born as a Brahmin girl who lost her father, is a big thing in India. Still, it is a big thing. So you are being judged, you are being done to like go into so many tests because you are out of that privilege part of the India, which you are a Brahmin girl, and then you don't have father, so you have to prove your ethics, your things, your everything every time. And I was into that thing, even though I'll say I love test, I am like a teacher kind of mindset. I was like, okay, one more problem, let's do this. So things happened, things changed. And because of those things, so many things, like you get attached. Even I used to have friends who didn't had fathers, or who didn't had father figures, like someone's father is drunkard, they're not taking responsibility. So I had started like making friends who are just like me, who are living on the verge of sadness, unhappiness, or struggle. So my friend circle was a group of strugglers. Same with my mom. Like she had her couple of friends who were widows. And I remember that once, because I didn't used to go to social gatherings or religious gatherings, but then my mom said that once we have to go to a place, like her co-worker, her colleague's husband had expired, and there was some ceremony after that, like 1 year after the death, there's a ceremony. I straight away said, yes, okay, let's go. Because I had that connection, like I lost father, someone else also lost father, let's go there kind of thing. And by the time I was in graduation, we had like something, like I used to talk to them, the lady, my mother's co-worker, but I didn't had any talk with her kids and stuff who were elder than me. And by graduation, I had thought for writing UPSC. I had, even though I was doing my graduation in science, I had a tilt towards going into UPSC, and I had thought that I will do in physics as main subject, because that time we had to write main subject, actually two main subjects. So I had thought physics and math something will be my main subject. And then I got to know that that lady has her son who also prepared for UPSC, and her sister, like daughter-in-law. So one of them was having psychology as the subject. And I was like, oh yes, I can get ready notes. I won't be doing mathematics. Let's go for something easy peasy with the notes available. Just have it, do it, you're done. So I just went there, and auntie said that I have so many notes here, just they are laying here, and I cannot even sell them because they are their handwritten notes. They have a value. So I just went there with the thought to just get so many free books, just read them, just have them, and write the UPSC. As easy as that. I went there, took the books, but I didn't know she had another son who was suffering from brain tumor. He was like 10 years elder to me. his body was distorted. He had some other issues along with tumor. And I saw him, he was reading some other book when I went there to get my books. He was having a book called Heal Your Life by Luz L. Hay. And those days, books were not easily available. Like these books were not as easily available, and internet was not much there. I just had a look with that. And it was so different to me to seeing that at the end of it, they are written almost all the main diseases, not diseases, but diseases, migraine, tumor, any disease that you name it, it is there. And there is written that why it happens, what mindset do you have because of which this happens, and what mindset do you need to bring in your life to let go of that dis-ease. I felt it really stupid for one time, that because you are a science student, you are thinking always logical. How come just saying a sentence is going to bring change in your life? And that guy who's, I was like, someone is just deceiving this poor kid that he's suffering from tumor, maybe he'll die, just to make him live. They are just giving him these books so that he can have a hope. May or may not he'll live, but he's at least having something to read, and he's not having any company. He doesn't go out, he doesn't have friends. But he was pushing me so much to get his book from him. And didn't I couldn't get his own book because that was the only book he had. I went to photostat copy, get the book photostat. The whole book, I get it photostated. It was just this like this big. Even I have the copy now. It's been 15 years. I have that book with me. Then I started reading it. And I suddenly, like, I realized there were so many things inside me, those body pains or so many things which I could relate to that book, because it had been almost 12, 13 years my father had died, and I had that anger towards him that he had gone, that anger towards me, my mother. I mean, don't know who many, I cannot even count number of people in my family and friends, because I was made conscious every time that I don't have my father. Okay, going with that, I took time because it was not easy thing to just go for UPSC. I had other responsibilities in my life. So as a habit, because I wanted that book and I couldn't afford it, my pocket money was not that much. The book was Heal Your Life. You can heal your life. With that pursuit, I got enrolled in a government library in Ludhiana. And now when I came to Canada, I remember the main chief librarian said to me in Hindi, कि तुम्हारा बनवास कट गया. When I came, I had to like cancel my subscription. And I was so like, what are you saying? He told me when I was coming and I canceled my subscription that I was a regular member of that library from 14 years. He said, तुम्हारा बनवास कट गया यहाँ से अभी 14 साल हो गए तुम्हारे, जाओ दिवाली मनाओ अपनी. It was really amazing to me to see this, that I was a member of that library. From that book, this thing started. In a jolt, I started reading books because I had that thing. I don't know like whether I'm going to write that in UPSC or not, but I wanted to heal myself, let go of that guilt. And in pursuit, I read so many books of psychology, so many books written by Mother Teresa, Rabindranath Tagore. But yeah, by the time I could forgive my father for not being there, I could forgive myself, my mom. And through this journey, so many other things happened. Like my mom also got breast cancer, but I could help her, and she is recovering at such a fast rate now. She has beautiful hair, more beautiful than me, but she lost all the hair and she's looking so pretty. She had this guilt inside her that she was not my mother. She was only my father. She was busy in earning the bread. She could not be the mother. So I remember when she was going through chemos, I had this talk with her and she was not accepting. I just sent her those last pages of the books. I said, can you relate to any of these things? After that, I remember she was crying for half an hour and she accepted that she was not there when I was having my first periods, when I had my first love, I had my first crush. She was not there because I wanted to talk. When I got that tiny friendship band from a guy and I was worried that, oh, I got a band, what should I do? She was not there. She realized that and she accepted that and she is going through it. And after that, so many things happen. And especially during this COVID situation, I again thought into those things that what is there? Like we all had difficulties many times, especially in this COVID, not having our friends or families around. People like me who are huggers, we definitely have big problems. And the only hope was that there were dreams bigger than even my thoughts, those bigger pictures, not to stay attached to those as well, but then pursuing for that as well. So I remember going through those phases. I did read psychology, I did wrote UPSC 2 times, but that's like a different story. I realized that I don't belong to it. I had this dream, I worked for it, but then you have to decide till what level you are going to it. And as they say, man ka ho to acha, na ho to aur bhi acha. I had the dream to get into UPSC, get into civil services. I worked for it, but then not getting attached to it so much that you ruin yourself or to you numb yourself to that level that if not this, then I'm gonna die. No, this is not to be going to happen. This is the way I started seeing my own life, that okay, this is my dream and it has to come true no matter what. But what if it does not come true? And this is the way I started comparing myself, that okay, there was my father, and what if I have lost him? And now when I see the things, I sometimes say, when anyone says to me that I'm so sorry you lost your father, I say it's okay, it's a phase of life. Some people come in your life, some people go. But when I look at my life, maybe I would not have done this much progress if my father was there. I would have been a brat who had to do everything and say, oh, Papa will take care of it. I would not have been this, what I am. I'm so proud that I took care of my family and I moved. I took my responsibility. I worked on my things. So my immigration, everything I did just on myself. None of my family member lives here. Even I paid every penny of my immigration. Till today, I'm doing it by myself. I'm not taking any help from my mother even. And recently it happened that I was talking to one of my aunts, my mom's sister, and she's like 75 plus, I remember. She was the one who always used to tag me that 21st century brat. And now, just 2 days ago, she was just talking to me. She shared one of her lifetime things when she was 3 or 4. She told me like what happened to her that time and how bad she felt when she was 3, and now she's 75. And in that talk she just said me that, kiddo, some things could not be completed by her father, like my grandfather, and she thinks that I am that link who will be doing those things which her father could not do. And I was full of tears. And then she said that, kiddo, I'm not putting that responsibility on your shoulders. You have so tiny shoulders. You're just a kid. But I know you will be doing it, but don't make your shoulders heavy. So heavy that you cannot carry that load with you. And then again, this thing came with me that yes, dreams come true. They do come true. All you need to do is to dream. The rest you will do yourself. But man ka ho to acha, man ka na ho to aur bhi acha. uh Recently one more thing happened, when when I just said yes to Rakesh. So I do come saying these things like about universe, because I don't believe in God, so it's very easy for me not to blame to anyone if the things are not happening, just to blame on me or my course of action, and be on better on the universe. And I remember in last LPS, those people who were there, the thing called spiritual science, and we could literally prove that you yourself are a whole universe. You are the universe. If you want things, they are going to happen. So I was just talking to one of my friend, a big pessimist and an atheist. So he said that you don't even matter in the whole universe. I just took like a pin like this, and I said him that prick it in one of your finger like this. Does it hurt? Will this thing send this thing to your brain that it is hurting? If it does, from this whole body, this big body, only this tiny part is telling the brain it hurts. Why do you think that when you are hurt, the universe will not get that message and it will not do something to heal you, to make your life work? After that, we were silent for some minutes, and he just said me my dialogue, man ka ho to acha, na ho to aur bhi acha, let's go for it. I don't know whether he's going to do for that, but I know I at least convinced that pessimist person. So in my meditation last time, when I said yes to Rakesh, I was having this feeling that who I really am, I am totally unlimited, because I am universe and universe is unlimited. And in that thought, like thoughts come in meditation. So I had that thought that suppose in one night I have a dream, and in that one night I get 75 years to live. What I'm gonna do in those 75 years? In one night I have that chance. So what a normal human being will do, okay, let's eat this, let's go there, let's date some handsome men, let's do some more fun, let's earn money, get a house, get a car, blah blah blah. But what after that? What after that? you know 75 years are going to get finished soon. In the dream you'll be dead, or you're awake. What after that? So you don't have any limit, but you have to choose your limits. What exactly do you want? And if you are here and that dream, that thing is here, what are you without that thing? By this thing, I mean, can you dare to take that dream out of you, not to get attached to it and see it from a perspective, not being there, but just looking at it? It can be a dream of even letting go of that hurt feeling which a 10-year-old had. We are sometimes so much attached to that feeling, whether it is fear, love, or achievement, that we don't want to let it go. We just want to be the victim, or we just want to play the role which we are keep on playing. We don't know from when we are doing it. Can we dare to take it out from our body and have a perspective of it? What is it? Do I really need to attach it? Do I want it? If you want it, have it, go for it, but don't let it attach to you, because then you'll be hurt. And many people feel like they have a numb feeling, and if that doesn't happen, okay, life is no more, I don't have any motto, I don't have anything to do. We have to go for our dreams no matter what. And I can personally say, because I did so many experiments in my life, whether it was my career, my goal, or anything. But at the end of the day, I achieved what I really felt was meant for me. Like Newton's third law, if you are searching for something, that thing is also searching for you. Action and reaction are equal and opposite. So you have to find your true north and go into that thing. Uh, Going into dreams, I think I had sent something to Rakesh the other day during our chat, my vision board. Can I have that picture?
Yes, Kirti.
Yeah, can I have that picture? I just sent you a WhatsApp picture the other day.
Okay. I'll just transfer it to and show it 1 minute.
Okay, yeah. So this is something which I created recently. So this is like a vision board which I have made for myself. What are the important things in my life which makes me me? And I just put a note of that, and I'll be writing like whatever I need to do to make these things happen in the back of it or somewhere else as well. And it is just in the front of the place where I sit for meditation, so that when I sit there, I can see this exactly in front of me. So I sometimes do see it, sometimes I don't, but these are the things which are most important for me for making myself happy and content and to go for my dreams ahead. And this is just like a mini picture what I do for myself every day to make myself a better human. So just with this, I'll end up saying that yes, dreams come true. Yes, they do. All you need to do is dream yours, and the rest you won't even get to know when you'll do it. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank Thank you so much, Kirti. That was indeed a speech that included a lot of different aspects and a lot of different topics, from mental health we were speaking to family bonds to losing things in life and people, especially in life, to regaining self-confidence and regaining belief in ourselves. I remember when you said you are the universe. I remember a saying by our Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib. He is the companion of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and he said he's the fourth caliph of in Islam as well. And he said, "You presume you are a small entity, but within you is enfolded the entire universe." So it's exactly the idea of having that universe as one, like we are one and the same, not one and the same in that sense, of course, but definitely that we have value, that each one of us has something within, and each one of us matters. It was such a great topic, and I don't want to take much of people's time because I want them to reflect on it. So let's start. And before we start, I want you guys to keep it under 1 minute 30 seconds. Once that time is up, you will see the sign. If we can have it simmer, if we can have the sign shared, just to tell people what the sign looks like when the time is up. Awesome. this is it. So when the time is up, try to wrap it up when you see the sign, if you see it. If you can wrap it up before seeing it, that would be awesome, because we want to have more time for everybody and we want to also end on time. Thank you so much, Rakesh. And back to the reflections. I see a lot of new faces today. I see a lot of people. So let's start with Rishi.
Hi guys. Yeah, I think thanks Kirti for sharing your story. I think it was very intense and very inspiring at many levels for me. I think the thing that I took away and where I connect with my own life is this notion that the pain that we all suffer can lead to a lot of negative consequences if it is unhealed and unacknowledged. And I think Kirti mentioned there was a lot of anger that she had collected over time. And recently, I was told by another person whom I really respect a lot, saying that she told me that I'm also holding a lot of anger inside me, whereas I used to think that I'm a very calm person and so on. And so it was a big revelation. And once today, when I heard Kirti, I could like really relate to that, and I totally agree that it's really hard to understand all the residual emotions in your body, but it's also very important to acknowledge them and figure out a way. And once you acknowledge them, automatically they sort of start moving out of your system, which leads to healing. So yeah, so I think that was the most powerful point that resonated with me today. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Rishi, for that reflection. Indeed, we all, I think, this point resonated with everybody here. And moving to another new face, which is, oh, wait, I actually saw somebody, but then I lost their name. All right, Shivangi, I haven't seen you in so long.
Hi, one second. Can I give it later? Like I'm in middle of
Of
something.
course, sure. I'll get back to you. Deepthi, did I pronounce it right?
Hello everyone, and
Hello.
thanks Kirti for sharing your story. You are very courageous person, and I must say that when you are a child and you lost your father, that was very, mm, I can say psychologically and mentally and physically, that was very shocking to you. And how children are very sensitive and they take things very seriously. Sometimes they become like touch me not. And for just can I say it in Hindi, because as I have I'm a
Yes, of
housewife
course.
and I'm not
Yes,
used to
yes, go ahead.
yeah
Please.
हाँ, तो जो बच्चे होते हैं वो बहुत नाजुक होते हैं। तो जब आप छोटे थे तो इतनी बड़ी बात हो गई, इतनी बड़ी ट्रेजेडी हो गई आपके साथ, तो वो मोमेंट आपके लिए बहुत शॉकिंग रहा होगा। और मैं मतलब उस चीज़ को महसूस नहीं कर सकते। हम लोग बड़े हो जाते हैं तो भी हमें बुरा लगता है, लेकिन बच्चों को बहुत ज़्यादा बुरा लगता है इन कंपैरिजन। तो आपने जब अपनी स्टोरी बताई तो मुझे बहुत इमोशनली अभी भी मैं कंट्रोल कर रही हूँ, बट आई वाज हर्ट, क्योंकि जब मैं तो बड़ी हो गई थी, मेरी शादी हुई तो थोड़ी चीज़ें हुई तो मुझे बुरा लगा। तब मेरा बेटा हुआ तो मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा हर्ट फील हुआ, लेकिन चीज़ें चेंज हो गई। तो मैं आपके पेन को समझ सकती हूँ, लेकिन आपने करेजियसली चीज़ों को देखा और अपने अंदर चेंजेस लाई। एंड थ्रू मेडिटेशन यू हैव लर्नड मैनी थिंग्स। थ्रू मेडिटेशंस ही आपको आगे ले गया। एंड थैंक यू। उससे ज़्यादा मैं बोल नहीं पाऊंगी।
Thank you.
Thank you. I think I feel the power of what you said, even though I don't understand. I saw people's I saw people's emotions and facial expressions, and with that, I'm not the only person that did not understand, because we have another person that doesn't speak Hindi on the call. We have Mahad. This is my friend, and when I told her about Caravan, she told me, "So what's that? Is it an application that I can download on Play Store?" And then I said, "No, we meet on Zoom." She thought we meet on Caravan. So Maha, I'm sorry to put you under the spotlight. You can jump ahead. I'm pretty sure you have a lot of reflections on mental health as well, because you're a great fan of that.
Okay, that was embarrassing. Thank you, Wallet. Your story was really, really inspiring, and I could like relate to it somehow, because I've been into like a similar situation. It's not the same thing, but it was similar. And let me tell you that, yeah, having these feelings, anger at yourself, your mom, and your dad at a very young age, and that these feelings they grow with you, and by the time it gets really hard to overcome these feelings, even though that when you're quite like sure and that you know that these feelings they're not right, you're not supposed to feel this, that like I could totally relate to this. And let me tell you that it's really awesome and amazing how you overcame these feelings of anger, and how you've accepted yourself, and how you've accepted these feelings. That was like amazing and inspiring. I wish I one day, hopefully, I would be able to do the same thing. And thank you for sharing this with us. It really affected me.
Thank you so much, Maha. Now, wow, I'm learning a new side of my friend. And with that, we move to Dip. No, I think we've called on Dipsy. We have Dipshika. Dipshika? Oh, no. I apologize. I called for Shivangi.
Everybody's done? I just
No, not yet. Okay. We'll wait. We'll wait until everybody's done. No problem. So,
Sorry.
Suman, you can unmute and jump right in.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
First of all, I apologize for not on my camera because I'm in middle of, I have to complete my order of cake right now.
Oh, wow.
So I won't open the camera. So Kirti, your story was so amazing. Thanks to you, and so much of courage you have. And listening to your story, I felt that same kind of things I was also going through. Means I didn't lost anybody, but yeah, going through some sort of problems, and I want to do anyhow, just like you did. So,
I'm proud.
but one thing is that art never let me down. Never. There is always in my mind that there is something better than this is going to happen, and I have to do it. I have to achieve that, and that's why I am here, and keeps on doing whatever I want. And I have lots of dreams, and I'm a daydreamer.
Wow.
So thanks to you sharing your story. Thank you, Vala.
No problem. I wanted to see the cake. I hope you finish it and it becomes yummy. I'm pretty sure it will be yummy. And we move on to Monica. Monica, are you here? Maybe not. So Simar, you're hiding behind your computer screen, but I call on you. Are you guys all hiding? Well, probably everybody's hiding. Something happened because of that speech, Kirti, you know? I feel like everybody's just now crying behind their cameras. They're like, you struck a lot of chords, not just one chord. You brought memories, childhood memories, and trauma. Now we call on Aaron.
That was a very intense talk, and I'm mesmerized with it. It was, I could feel that it was coming directly from your heart, and I am going through similar kind of, um, consciousness for last 2 3 years. I am starting to, recognize my emotions. What is this emotion? It is anger, it is greed, it is this and that. And by in order to if I am able to, recognize it, then only I can work upon it. So, I can feel the intensity of your story. So it is so intense, it is so true, and kudos for that, this story. And I congratulate you that you recognize what your problems were, and you came out of that struggle, you came out of all odds. That is not, that is not a small thing. Very little or very few people could do that. So you are, out of those 2 3 or 5% people in this world. Otherwise, people don't know what their problem is, and they are, they are in this vicious cycle of life. They could not understand what it is, and they just start following things blindly. So I think being ethical, or being say religious or spiritual is nothing. Is it's but it's, what are your beliefs? If you believe in something, then there will be a god in stone. Otherwise, if the god is there, it is, meaningless. So it's you. You rightly said that you are universe, because I also feel that there's no god, but it's like a network of, network of networks, like internet. There's nothing called a cloud, but it is there, because it's you and me. If we share a belief, then it will be a cloud like that. So you are a universe, I am a universe. And what I'm thinking, our brain is so enormous. It's very powerful. What you want to seek, you are going to get it. But once you have to decide, you have to focus on that. So there's nothing you cannot achieve. You can achieve anything. And I started, believing in it. I started seeing the, the another phase of the coin. Because, if there is a difficulty, it comes with an opportunity. So you have to take things in a different way. So kudos to your sharing this such a nice story. And, I would like to know about your vision board more. So what?
Sure.
Yeah, because this is a thing, like a company, like a corporate. If there is no vision or mission, they will not be able to move forward.
Exactly.
Yes. And what you said, that what if you get 75 years of life? It's the similar thing, I think. I also think that, what if my life is going to be big? If it is short, then there is no issues. But if it is going to be, say, another 50 years or 60 years, what I am going to do? So I have to start thinking now. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Mr. Aaron. And I think it's very important, yes, what she did with pinpointing the problems and then dealing with one at the time. It's very important. That's what they say. If you want to solve a problem, just start by acknowledging that there is a problem. And one thing that I really loved about your speech, or just got inspired by, is the fact that you're living in Canada, one of the most expensive countries, and you are pulling it off. You're trying your best to pay every single penny. Of course, you're working so hard, and of course you're doing everything that you could. And that's so inspiring, because I myself want to go to Central Asia, but I cannot, like, I don't have a stable like, I'm not financially stable. But I think it's not about the stability. I think it's a mindset. If you want to do it, I think you're speaking, but I can't hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So in this, I'll add, like, because I just, like I told you, that I had that so many things in between. I started feeling that I'm not beautiful. So that actually feeling came from I had a boyfriend who was, I should say, not smart, who was pretty. Who was pretty. He was the most pretty guy I could ever see and I could ever imagine in my life. And he was with me, and he always used to say that there are other girls around as well, because girls literally used to swam around him, like bees going after honey. And I remember he always had his eyes on me. We are still very good friends. We spoke of like 10 years ago, but we are still good friends. And he always used to say me that it is my brain which is after. Like I have something in me which it's not my beauty. So a bad thing of that relationship happened because he was so pretty. I started feeling that I'm not pretty. And I had this feeling as well that I'm not lucky. I won't get that. I won't get that because I'm not lucky. When I came out that relationship, so many things other happened. These two things came to me at the same time. I am pretty and I am lucky. And believe me, so many things happen. Sometimes the other day I went to Tim Hortons to get a coffee, and I got a free coffee. Because of Christmas, they're giving free coffees to every like 100 or I don't know 200 person. Next day, same time, I went for coffee before going for office. I again had a free coffee. And the lady, same lady was there. And she's like, what are you, a witch or something? You are just having coffee every day for free? You're going to make bankrupt. Go for a lottery. Do something. I was like, okay, just give me my coffee. But then the word I said to her, I was like, I don't know what I am, but I'm definitely.
Yes, you are. Yes, it's definitely about the mentality and the mindset and the psychology that we live our life with. So it could be the same situation. One perceives it one way, the other perceives it in another way, and it's just about the mentality. So again, as like traveling and living on your own, it's not much about the financial stabilities as much as how to actually do it. So you are lucky you got to do it, Sissy, and also about being beautiful. The all the time you're speaking, I was focusing on your dimples right here. You have the cutest dimples on your mouth here. So I feel like dimples and cheeks are just so mainstream. Like that's just so mainstream. And now you have those dimples right here, and that they are the cutest. I was like, I wish I had those. So you are so beautiful.
You can have them too. Just wish them.
Just wish, or maybe I can poke myself here. Sure. Now we move on to our greatest, Rakesh, to hear from him.
Yeah, thank you, Vala. Thank you, Kirti, for sharing your story, and thank you for coming to Caravan. So, dreams come true. I get to know many things, and the miracle do happen. That was added by me. So, it's totally means I know Kirti from last 1.5 year, but it's really intriguing to know the real story of Kirti, and it also take me to my life and the way it shaped up and how we are taking the burdens of our childhood together in us. That I'm introvert, I'm silent, I cannot speak, I cannot do that, and all those stuffs we are taking, and how one by one we can remove all those layers from us. So thank you, Kirti, for sharing your story. It has given so much power to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rakesh. Definitely always lovely hearing your insights. Our great life 2.0 master. And now we hear from Chivangi. Are you ready now? I don't hear you.
It's not on mute.
Yes, now I hear you.
Cool. So, Kirti, it was amazing to hear you. And one thing which actually made me more attentive to you was "Man ka ho to acha, na ho to aur bhi acha." This I had actually read in one of the magazine when I was in 12th, And it actually struck me. It was a article on Mr. Harivansh Rai Bachchan, and this statement is from him. So I read it for the first time, and I was so able to resonate to it. And till now, whenever some things don't happen as what I want, I always resonate this thing. I was actually recite this thing कि मन का हो तो अच्छा, ना हो तो और भी अच्छा, क्योंकि वो ईश्वर के मन का होता है और वो हमारा गलत कभी नहीं चाहते. So this is really powerful. And when you were actually saying it, I was so very able to connect to you कि yes, it is true. And overall, I am impressed by your story because you are really strong. Bravo. Uh, doing all of the things on your own, handling and being such a brave lady, hats off to you. So all the best for your life, and keep shining, keep glowing, and with your dimples.
Awesome. Awesome, Shivangi. Are you guys trying to flex your Hindi abilities on us? We understand nothing. We can actually speak Arabic and it could be a competition now. All right, now we move to Monica. You're last to speak.
Vala, give me 2 minutes more. I'm about to reach.
No problem. So,
Hello.
Simar, are you here? Simar, I believe Simar just joined the meeting to increase the number of people attending, and he just left his computer. So, Monica, we're about to adjourn our meeting. So, if you can pull over somewhere and oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, Kirti. I'm so sorry because of my decked up, and people are going to watch me, so I don't care. Let it be. So I was listening your story. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was saying when I was listening your story, was watching so many things like being a greedy and needy child. I was watching your ceiling that there are papers on the roof and I want to see what's written over there. And then I was like seeing your mood board. I was like, wow, she's doing something great with her life and she's so focused. Then you said, okay, you got such lovely hairs and you're proud of that. So those were things were really interesting. Wait, I'm just dropping. uh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So I was saying when you said that you told about your father, I don't know, somehow this I find this so synchronized. I'm coming from a uh, uh, sorry, from a client. Her father died because of corona, and I went there to console her and her mother. And eventually her mother was consoling, I think, me, and maybe she taught me so many lessons. And then I saw that you are also telling me similar kind of a stuff. I don't know how this is happening, but it's wonderful to see that you are so courageous. And I'm sure sorry about that. I'm sure that you got clarity about that, because I think I have seen you in fourth or fifth Kava talk, and that time, from that time and now, you're glowing like anything. Your skin is glowing like anything. And when you were telling about the perspective, I was like, oh damn, I need to paint my nails. She got such pretty beautiful hands. So those were the things, so many things were coming in my mind, and I love those Hindi lines. I love those perspective, and even that your pinching point. Oh man, what you have told, that was really eye opening. Thank you so much. You have really excelled in your life. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Awesome reflection. And you guys don't have to worry anymore about speaking in Hindi because I have a great translator. Aaron is translating everything to me on the chat. So you guys go ahead. My problems are are over. And now with adjourning this meeting, it was again a great speech and a great life journey that we learned about today. One thing that I read and really resonated with me about yes. Oh, let's take the picture first. Let's take a picture. Everybody try to open your cameras. I think we're all on.
There was Deepshika. She went out and now she's trying to get in. She just messaged me now. Rakesh, can you send her the link again? The ID and password? She messaged me now. She's one of our LPS member. We four had a group and when we were in Chandigarh. Rakesh, Rahul, Deepshika and I. Oh man, we used to party like anything all the time.
The people of Chandigarh are awesome. I have a lot of friends from Chandigarh and they are the best, really.
Yeah, I miss that thing here. Like we four getting drunk and talking about.
I think Deepshika is offline and she has not means received the message. So
He just WhatsApp
yeah.
now. No.
So we'll take a photo and by the time she will come and we'll close down.
Yeah, no problem.
So maybe a self-love picture would be like that. Self-love, everybody. Oh, who's gonna take the picture? I will take it. Yeah, you're gonna take it.
Okay, I'm taking.
I also took one. All right. Wait a minute. Give me a second to smile. Yeah, go ahead.
Done.
All right, awesome. Thank you. I heard a quote about the country of war. That country, everybody sees nothing good about it. But a poet was able to say, one could not count the moons that shimmer on her roofs, or the thousand splendid suns that hide behind her walls. I do believe that every single one of us, even if the world cannot see the light within us, everyone has moons that shimmer on the roofs, and everyone has thousands of splendid suns that are just hiding and waiting for us to open our windows. With that, we adjourn our meeting. Keep shining and keep on growing, and we'll see you on the next Caravan meeting. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you, Kirti.